Today's lecture is about an essay by the name of Why Not Stay at Home. This is written by the famous critic and writer Aldous Huxley and presented by Shafaq. The idea in the essay is that travel is meaningless and it is not necessary to travel at all. The writer takes the stance that most people do not travel with happiness. While they are traveling, they are not enjoying it at all. So, why not stay at home in your home and garden because it would give more pleasure than a travel. Aldous Huxley's full name is Aldous Leonard Huxley. He was born in July 26, 1894, and he was born in Surrey, England. He passed away in November 1963 in California. He was an English novelist and critic, and his style of writing is very intelligent. His works are notable for his wit, and also there is some pessimism in his works. That means that mostly his thinking is not very positive. He remains best known for one novel that is called Brave New World, and after that novel, many people started writing in the same way, and this genre was called science fiction. So, in a way, Aldous Huxley is the father of science fiction that is nowadays very popular in the novels, other works, movies, and TV shows. These are some famous works of Aldous Huxley: Brave New World, his novel; Point Counterpoint, another novel; Chrome Yellow, and also Eyeless in Gaza, that is a satire on war and society. Travel or not to travel? That is the question here. Aldous Huxley asks this question from the reader. He discusses it as usual, very intelligently, bringing out examples, and he is very logical. He is not at all emotional. He brings out very interesting logics and reasons why we should not travel. And his style is so convincing that sometimes really a person starts thinking that traveling is just waste of your time. He asks that why people travel. What can be the reasons for people to travel? Some people travel for business. They are businessmen. Their business requires them to travel. So Aldous Huxley thinks that those people who are businessmen would not be traveling for happiness. So this is not important that they are happy or not. And they should travel obviously because their business, their livelihood depends on it. Second type of people are who go for recreation. That means they want to enjoy their life, and that is why they go for traveling, and they go for vacations, and they want to see different places. Such people, according to Huxley, do not enjoy much because travel makes you so tired that you are not happy with anything around you. Third type of people are who go for snobbery. That means those people who are the sort of bunch who like to show off to the others. So they try to go to very far off, very expensive places. They stay in big and expensive hotels. And when they come back, they show off to people with their pictures and their souvenirs that they went to that city and this city, and all the family members and friends feel envious and jealous. So such people, if they are traveling, according to Huxley, it is not a very positive reason to travel. The fourth type is for having something to talk about. There are some people in whose life there is nothing special, so they go for travels. That is why they have some material uh, because of which they can talk to people, tell people that they went there, they saw that, and their life is so empty that they fill it with the travel. These are three ads that I have compiled for you to see that how the pamphlets and the programs and such advertisement try to lure you into travel, tries to make you travel even if you don't want to. Look at the first ad, it is from Paris. Huxley has discussed Paris specially. He says that everyone wants to go to Paris. And Paris is shown like it is something out of this world, something like a fairyland, something that you can never find anywhere else. And the travel to Paris is only to tell the people that, hey, we went to Paris once. Look at the first ad, 25 free awesome and fun things to do in Paris. Now this is a traveling agency that is asking people to come to Paris and they will show them places and they would be free. Obviously there would be some sort of charge, but this is trap to lure people into going to Paris. Then there is hidden gems in Paris, another ad that shows that we can show you the places in Paris no one else has ever seen. Number 3 shows a blogger's guide to Paris. Someone has written that like a travelogue, a writer who wants to make you see that the nightclubs and the hotels of Paris are extraordinary and you should go there at every cost. Huxley says in his essay that if you are lured by, trapped by this sort of advertisement, then you are bound to suffer because you will be very tired, you will be spending a lot of money, and maybe if you don't spend that much money and stay home and enjoy some hobby of yours, maybe it will make you more happy. But there is a cult, there is a tradition that everything that happens in Paris is something that never happens in your homeland. That is why this capital of France is become a tourist attraction for everyone. The second place people want to go to is Italy. Travelers to Italy want to go there especially for the old buildings and architecture. They want to go there for the art, paintings and statues of the Renaissance masters, the old painters like Leonardo da Vinci, Michelangelo and Donatello. So here Huxley discusses that why go to Italy? Are people really that interested in art? No, they are not. They just want to tell people, their relatives, their friends, that we have been to Italy, we saw that statue, we saw that painting. They just want to show off and pose as if they are very special, very important, very rich because they have been to Italy. Look at those advertisements. The first one says what to do with 10 days in Italy. It shows a very beautiful picture, and this picture is from the city of Venice and how the gondolas or the ships are here on the water of the canals. And this picture is so attractive that everyone who sees it would want to go to Italy. Then there are beaches and swimming holes of Puglia, Italy. This is an island, and the picture shows you very colorful sea. Some of it is green, some of it is turquoise, and such pictures make people so thirsty to go to Italy that they spend a lot of money and time and they get very tired in their travel, and then they pose according to Huxley that we are very happy because we are in Italy, although they are just tired and bored. Traveling to Italy by train in a week is the third advertisement. You can see here a statue of the sea god Neptune, and there is a building in the background that is an old building, old villa, palace. These places are in Italy and everyone is so fascinated by those that everyone wants to go there and see them by their own eyes. Huxley argues that are all the tourists really interested in all that monuments and the statues and the buildings, or they just want some material to show off to other people? And he believes in what he says. His question is that does traveling bring happiness? And are tourists happy? When we see the pictures of the tourists, we see that they look very happy. They seem to be enjoying their life very much. So the people like us who stay at home and look at the tourist pictures, they always feel that they are having the time of their life and we are just wasting our energy and time here staying at home. While sometimes tourists are just posing and smiling for the camera, otherwise they are bored and they are tired and they don't want to continue their journey even, but just to show off to other people they do it. Here are three pictures that show that what the tourist after coming back shows to the world, or during their own stay somewhere they show as if they are very happy and they are enjoying so much, and they have seen the things that we have never seen. And whatever that cult or that story that has been made, a narrative that has been made, it shows that everyone who is traveling is happy and enjoying themselves, while reality could be entirely different. Huxley discusses two experiences of his own. Once he saw in a foreign country three unhappy tourist girls. He says that three beautiful young girls, they were tourists, they were sitting in a corner on a table in a hotel, and they were so tired and so bored and listless. He has also mentioned them once again in his essay Beauty Industry, that is included in the fourth year syllabus. And there he shows that those girls, although they were very pretty, but the boredom and listlessness and dullness that was on their faces, it made them look very ugly actually. He says that those girls were tourists and they should be happy because they would have spent a lot of money to come to that country. But what is the result? They are tired, they are bored, they are unhappy. Wouldn't it have better that they had been in their own country with their own families, with their friends, and undoubtedly they would be much happier there. The second event is about a couple. All of them sat on a ship with Huxley. He himself was traveling, and the ship went to an island. There was a church in that island. To reach that church, one had to climb a hill. All the tourists went to climb the hill, but one couple was there who just sat there. They said that no, they don't want to go to that church. They don't want to see what is inside or the architecture or whatever. Huxley thinks that when all the tourists who had gone came back, there was actually no difference. The difference was that people who had gone to the church were very tired and they were so unhappy and annoyed with themselves that Huxley thought that the couple who decided to stay back made the better decision. So both events point to one thing, that traveling is not very enjoyable. He says that there is a difference between a spiritual traveler and the other. Spiritual traveler or the pilgrim goes for some holy place. For example, in Islam, we go for Hajj, or we go for to see the holy places, like in Palestine, Masjid Aqsa. Some people go to Iran or Iraq and see the holy places. And just like that, in Christianity, people go for pilgrimage to many places. So he wants to say that if you are a spiritual traveler, you are going somewhere for your religion, that is different from a common traveler. He believes that a pilgrim, a spiritual traveler, will get what he wants in spiritual satisfaction. That means if someone goes to Khana Kaaba, that person would be happy because he has reached his goal. He has gone to the place that in his religion is the center of the world. While another person who just travels for the sake of travel, he would find nothing. Even Huxley jokes that that person would get arthritis. He will get very sick. He won't be able to walk because he had done a lot of traveling in his life. Spiritual traveler, okay, but the non-spiritual traveler is just wasting his life. Conclusion or the end result. He thinks that this is better to stay home and enjoy life. He also thinks that a traveler with no object is like a reader with no direction. He says there are some readers who read every book and they don't have a specific topic in mind and they keep reading rubbish type of books. Just like that, a traveler who has no aim, he is just like that useless reader. And as that reader is no benefit to anyone, in the same way that traveler is not even in benefit to himself. He tells that Dr. Johnson, the famous critic, never read a book completely. He started a book and stopped it in the middle. Huxley thinks that some travelers are like Dr. Johnson. They just travel for the sake of travel. They don't want to end it, to find something, to learn something. They just want to travel because it is a snobbery, because the other people are impressed when you say that you have been to this and that place. Thanks for watching. Best of luck for your studies.